Hello Madridistas, welcome to 2026 and I wish you a happy new year. La Liga is back and Real Madrid plays tomorrow. I should be very happy because my favorite team plays tomorrow, but no. As a matter of fact, I am absolutely scared. Why? Because Kylian MBAPE, who has been our major source of goals this season, is out injured. News getting to us that he has played the past few games with a knee sprain just to break Cristiano Ronaldo's personal record. This has been a bad decision from the club and from Kylian Mbappe himself. Since when does personal achievement has to do more than the club's entire achievement? That was a very bad decision. Now he's out injured in January that we have important games to play. But Kylian Mbappe's absence is not the only reason why I am concerned. Concern number one, we lose focus in games easily. In most games, when we go up, we lose concentration of the game. We don't go for the winner. We don't kill the game off. Rather, we become so comfortable and we allow the opposition team to get back into the game and we get equalized. Then when we are equalized, we start panicking. We go into panic mode. We try to look for a way to get the winning goal. Lots of hastiness in our play, no coordination, a lot of random plays, and as a result, we end up getting a bad result. Concern number two, we create lots of chances, but we fail to finish them. For a team with this caliber of players, with lots of big players like this, we shouldn't be having difficulties with finishing our chances. We create lots of chances, but we don't finish them. As a result, we fail to score many goals in our games. I can't remember when was the last game that we scored 5 goals against a very good team. No, we create lots of chances, but we just can't finish them. And this is a really big concern that we need to fix. Concern number 3, area and set piece vulnerability. We are so vulnerable to area balls. Every set piece looks dangerous. It almost looks like we are going to concede a goal from any good team that knows how to organize a very good set piece. And this is very bad. We have tall players. Dean is tall. Rodrigo is tall. They should be taking care of business in corner kicks and in dead balls and any set piece opportunities or any area balls. But no. And this needs to be fixed. Concern number 5, ineffective press. We try to press, we run a lot, but we are doing it ineffectively. We are not pressing as a unit, we are not doing it coordinatedly. There's no kind of systematic press, no. Rather, we are pressing individually and just running individually. When someone is running, the next person is not running to close down the channels that ball might be passed to. That is not a good way to press. And as a result, we end up exhausting ourselves easily and the press just dies down without no result. Takeaway number 6. Every game looks like an experiment. Change of formation, tactical switches here and there, players playing out of position. I don't know if this is due to injuries or just purely tactical formation, but it is not a good thing. The players need to play consistently in a position and also in a consistent formation to get used to it. Of course, Barcelona, we know they are actually going to play a high line. This is consistent. But what is our consistent formation? Sometimes we play a 4-4-2, sometimes we revert to a 4-3-3. No, we need to have a consistent formation. We need to have a consistent starting 11. Players need to have a consistent rules. These are what needs to be fixed for us to go into a kind of like automatic mode. We need to play consistently in this way for the players to go into a kind of automatic mode. Automatically, they know what to do. They know their positions they need to take. They know where certain players are going to be and at a particular time when we have the ball. This needs to be practiced in training and this needs to happen when such players know their roles and they are playing it consistently. But often we switch. Sometimes we see Jude playing at the 10, sometimes Ada playing the 10, sometimes Ada back to the 8, and so on and so forth. Consistency needs to be in our play. Xavi needs to work on this. And my concern number 7 is that we are lacking a playmaker, someone that can have a hold on games, like Toni Kroos used to do for us. Cruz knows when to slow down the tempo. He knows when to increase the tempo. He knows when to switch plays. He just knows how to organize the team plays, how to spread passes here and there. I feel we don't have a kind of player that can do this 90 to 100%. No. Some players can kind of do it in like 40 to 50%. As good as Adagula is doing this, I don't think he can really do this to a large or a great extent. Jude is not that kind of player. We need a kind of player like this. A player that can dictate the tempo of the game, like Pedri does for Barcelona, like Vitinha does for PSG. We need this kind of player in order to organize our midfield. We are lacking this kind of player, and it is telling on our creativity in midfield. We need to fix this as soon as possible. I know Real Madrid doesn't get players in January, but at the summer transfer, we need to get a kind of player of this profile, and it is very imperative that we get such players. In terms of starting 11 that I think Xabi is going to play, I think he's going to go with a 4-3-3 with Rodrigo and Dean Huijsen at centre backs, Carreras playing at left back, and Fede Valverde playing at right back. I don't think he's going to experiment Asensio at right back. No, he just wasn't good enough in the last game he played there. So I think Fede Valverde is going to be playing at right back. And in midfield, I think he's going to be playing Tchouaméni, Jude Bellingham, and Arda Güler. Then up front, Vini Jr., Gonzalo Garcia to replace Kylian Mbappe, and Rodrigo playing on the right wings. This is the formation that I think Xabi is going to play. But if he wants to go for a more solid and defensive formation, I think he'll go for the 4-4-2. But this time in midfield with Camavinga and Tchouaméni as a double favorite, Arda Güler just in front of them, and Jude Bellingham in that diamond formation, also playing as a kind of a false nine, arriving at the box late to score goals. I really hope we can turn our season around this year and win trophies. PSG did it last year. They won major trophies. Why can't we do it? We can't go another season trophyless. Madrid fans cannot bear that embarrassment of going another season trophyless. No. So I hope we can turn our season around and get some trophies this season.